Okay, welcome to Uplifted. This is a two-parter from Monday. This is Tuesday, the 22nd of September. And I laid some groundwork. If you want to go back and take a look at that, that would help you a little bit. But again, we're talking about troubled times and us being in troubled times and us being in unprecedented troubled times. And it helps to just put that into perspective a little bit. I think of the Israelites being in bondage for 400 years. And folks, this is bondage, this is slavery, this is horrific slavery, this is being whipped. These are all the things that we can think of what slavery would be like. And here's God's people in slavery for 400 years. Now, we get shocked when we're seeing what's happening in America and with the COVID and of course, the riots in the streets, and we really don't know what the next few years actually are going to bring. Actually, what this next election might bring and what America look like in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And we're shocked that God would allow anything bad to happen to us. Well, folks, God's people have gone through some hard times, but this is what I wanted to bring out. And this is where I said, hopefully this will really help you and uplift you, which it did to me. When I put a little perspective in what Christians of the past have gone through, and am I willing to do that? And I'm willing and able and will love to do it, but I certainly will. Whatever God brings our way in America, some Christian brethren have said this. Boy, if they come for my guns, and if America goes that way, I'm going to fight to the last. I'm going to shoot everybody. And wait, whoa. Would you really want the last thing you did on earth as a Christian, and realizing you're going to face God in about 1 minute? Do you really want the last thing on the last thing you do on earth to be shooting a bunch of people and going down in a blaze of glory because you don't think your rights, you don't want your rights to be taken away as an American? Understand what people have gone through in the past. Yes, I know we're Christians in 2020 America. But if things get bad, Lord help me, I want to be a Christian to the end, no matter what comes our way. But this will help us. Here, of course, God coming to Moses after 400 years. And again, if we take that in the light of our time, folks, 400 years of slavery would take us back to the year 1620, the time that the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock, all the way till today. All of really American history, we would be slaves. That's how long 400 years is. But what a thrill when God shows up to Moses, and this is what he says. After, of course, take off your shoes, the ground you're standing on is holy ground. He said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of thy people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land onto a good land, and onto a land flowing with milk and honey, onto the place of Canaan. And then he tells Moses, I'm going to send you. And actually, he wanted him to go to the elders, to go to the leaders, and tell them that. Boy, and I want you to understand, after 400 years of bondage, maybe your whole life of being a slave. And for Moses to get that message, and he did, by the way, actually Aaron, and Aaron spake all the words which the Lord had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that they had looked upon their affliction, that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped. I can't imagine the worship that day. After 400 years of bondage. Now, 400 years of bondage wouldn't matter to my life at all. But at 56 years old, if my entire life I had been in bondage, and I get this message, from Aaron, from God to Moses, to Aaron, to tell me God heard every cry you ever cried. He heard your prayer. He has seen your affliction. He's seen it all. He heard you, and now he's planning to deliver you. What a they bowed their head and worshipped is the understatement of the Bible after 400 years of bondage. And this also happened to this group of people in bondage. You're going to see wonders that no one on earth has ever seen. As he had that battle with Pharaoh. Later, I just read this morning, the battle on Mount Carmel. Poor Elijah. But he saw things in his, the hard times he was having at Israel at that time, as a prophet of God, the hard times that Israel had during this time of bondage, you will see God in ways no one on earth has ever seen him. That's why I'm excited to live in this time. Boy, I love America. You know, folks that know me know that. We were never promised that, you know what, you're going to live in comfort the rest of your life. Never promised that. Maybe I thought that as an American, not as a Christian. But come what may, no matter what happens in November, no matter what happens in these next few years, as long as I'm on this earth, and I hope this will help you, when I put things in perspective, okay, God, we're ready to see you like we've never seen you before. We're ready to have faith in you like we've never had faith in you before. Not that you're going to make everything fine and I want to be back to my comfort zone and I can sit and watch football. But I can see you in light of your glory more than I ever have before.
If some morning I am gone from this vale of tears, I'm going home to live again. I am going on a trip. When I say goodbye, I'll live again over on the other side. I'll live again over on that golden strand. I'll sing and shout with a mighty angel band. You'll see me rise beyond the starry skies. I'll live again over on the other side. I've a mansion over there, built in beauty rare. I'm going home to live again. When they lay me in the grave, don't you weep for me. I'll live again over on the other side. I'll live again on that golden strand. I'll sing and shout with a mighty angel band. You'll see me rise beyond the starry skies. I'll live again over on the other side. I'll live again over on that golden strand. I'll sing and shout with a mighty angel band. You'll see me rise beyond the starry skies. I'll live again over on the other side. I'll live again over on that golden strand. I'll sing and shout with a mighty angel band. You'll see me rise beyond the starry skies. I'll live again over on the other side. I'll live again over on the other side.